Lawin Media Network,
bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Hello. Are we in? Can you all hear us?
Yes. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Good evening, Filipinas. How are you all doing today? What about you, Dr. Neil?
Yes, salamat, Ma'am Cora. Thank you so much. So, good morning, USA and North America, whoever around the world. And of course, magandang gabi or good evening for our friends and fellow educators in the Philippines. So, what's going on? I mean, what makes you busy this weekend?
Well, I'm not in Houston right now. I am having my vacation. Good for me. But I'm in here in the East Coast side, New Jersey. Tomorrow I will be moving back out to New York. Yesterday we went to Massachusetts. Did you know that we went to Divine Mercy Shrine?
Okay.
Yesterday it was really experiential. It was really fun, and I'm so blessed to have visited the shrine. Um, we have so many activities that happened last week. Okay, so I think we have some pictures to show. We had our orientation for our batch 4 of cultural exchange students in Houston with the Consulate Philippines. This is our group. We had a fun introduction to all of them. We have Consul General Gunter Sales, that's me, and we have our immigration lawyer, attorney Gary Ilagan, who gave an introduction and enlightenment about the possibilities of, good standing of our J1 teachers working here in the United States. And we have Dr. Claire. We have our very own Mr. and Mrs. Molito, who gave an overview of the math curriculum in Texas. And there you go. We have the entire crew. And after that, we collected a lot of donations for our J1 teachers. And I am happy we were able to fill in some of those apartments that they will be staying until the program ends. So that's how hectic my schedule was. And then after that, I flew to Northeast. So here I am now. Thank you. What
That's
about you, Dr. Nildz?
Well, that's awesome. And I am so glad that you were able to give back to our community, especially our J1 teachers. And, as an educator, we don't just, put ourselves, where with our family, but also we go out to our community. But this time, I have a self-care. So I spend my time with my sisters, with my sister that visiting from the Philippines. So of course, I have to showcase what Texas is because according to them, they have a different kind of ideas or perspective about what Texas is all about. So again, my sister Rowena Salvador and her family came here to visit me in Texas. So I have to show around and, brag about what Texas is all about. So if you see in the picture, I toured them with our, of course, state capital, so Austin, and they were amazed of how rich the history of the Texas is. And then, of course, we went to Grapevine, go to the Texan Gaylord Hotel, and then we went also to the Travis Lake, um, do some sightseeing. And then my nieces there, Patricia and Paulina, they just graduated from their, of course, Paulina graduated from college from the UP Diliman with cum laude. So mom and dad are so proud. And of course, Paulina also. So these are family get together. And as a teacher also, I went to the library just to get something, check about our history, so I will be able to give them more information about what Texas is. So anyway, after this, I'm going to our community. We have a J1 teacher coming here, teacher Cora, and this is sponsored by FIT, the Filipino Educational Association of Texas. So I will be there with fellow PACC, Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, DFW. So we will be there to support Mikey Batan. So again, as an educator, we do a lot of things, not only for ourselves, but also for our people or fellow educators in the community. Thank you so much.
That's right. You know what? Probably that will be our next project for our J1 teachers, because we need to take them to all historical places here in Texas, particularly in Austin, the capital city, so they could see how our Malacanang is here in Houston, Texas. So we are
Awesome.
so glad that we had our different exchange of activities, family, community. Now we will go back to our show, our service to the teachers, our educators, particularly our Filipino teachers here in United States.
Yeah, before that, Ma'am Cora, let me read our objective for today's show. So really quick. So right now we were going to be talking about, how they will reflect their teaching methods and strategies from traditional to teacher-based methods. We will also discuss how AI assists teachers in the classroom, encourage responsible and ethical AI use, promote teacher readiness and adaptability, highlight Filipino educators' perspective. So this is just an episode, part two of what we have last week, and our topic is about teacher. Meet Megan. AI, handa ka na ba? Go
That's
ahead.
right. This is in segue of our previous episode. This is for those of you who are not able to watch our episode last time. You could go back to our Facebook page of lawinmedia.com, and you will see the entire show. So talking about that, our first part, or part one, we talk about how AI, or artificial intelligence, is being used in education. Our guests were able to enlighten our community with regard to those idea of what is AI, how it is used. But today, as what Dr. Neil have discussed, our objective, we are going to dig deep into how educators are applying it in their instruction. How does it look like? What are those different types of AI that will be beneficial or not? Because there are some people who are thinking that it is not useful, considering the rate of our students who have been involved in using AI. Do we have a chart on that? I think there you go. So, based on this research, most educators use AI. Well, you will see only 9% is always, 7% is never, often 34%. Usually this is done by uh, administrators, and sometimes 36%, and 14 rarely use it. And today our panelists will explain how this data align with how they use artificial intelligence in their classroom. Is it harmful? is it beneficial? Thank you.
So let's now introduce our panel of educators. Ma'am Cora, do you want to do the first one, please?
With this, let me go back to our do you have there? You could start with Dr. I'm trying to look at her.
Dr.
Uh,
Palacio?
yeah.
Uh,
So maybe give me a second. So see if you are not in your comfort zone,
yeah.
everything happens.
Do you want me to do
Okay,
first,
now I
Rhodora?
got it. I got it. So here you go. Uh-huh. So I
So
got it
let's
right
feature
here.
Dr. Palencia.
No, I got her. So
Okay.
maybe I could start with Dr. Palencia, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Our first guest is a renowned speaker, a multi-awarded teacher. She is a graduate of Philippine Normal University. Dr. Palencia holds a dual degrees in Bachelor of Science, secondary major in science, and has a doctorate degree in educational management. Her early life in Balingayan Oriental Mindoro shaped her unwavering commitment to service and resilience. She is the founding president of Unified LA Orange County chapter, where she spearheaded impactful outreach programs, earning the 2025 Most Outstanding Chapter Award. She is also public service relation of the officers of the Philippine Normal University Global Alumni Association. Okay. Uh, a multi awarded educator and researcher. Dr. Palencia received top recognition at the 2025 Unified International Research Conference in New York for her work in trauma informed leadership. Her recognition includes the Gawad Sulu for Eminent Alumni, California's Women Worthy Award, and multiple Teachers of Years of Honors. She is guided by her compassion, by servant leadership. Dr. Palencia continues to be a beacon of hope in classrooms and community. She is a devoted wife with two children, and she loves to take care of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Filipinas, my good friend, Dr. Mary Ann Palencia.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Dr.
good
Palencia.
morning. Hello and mabuhay everyone. So happy to be here on Teacher's Talk, live Chikahan with Mom Cora and Dr. Nildz. So I'm excited to join this fun and meaningful conversation about something close to my heart, how AI is transforming education here in the US. So let's talk AI tech, teaching, and what the future of learning could look like right here on Lawin Media Network. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Dr. Palencia.
Thank you
We're
for that.
excited to be with you today.
Yeah.
I'm very excited too. Thank you
Yeah.
po.
And thank you for that very enthusiastic, way of coming over here and sharing to us what you're going to discuss. So again, we are going to have another guest, which is also a multi-awarded educator, and of course, he is also, I would say, a servant leader because of everything that she's doing for our community. Actually, I was teasing her before. Are you having enough sleep or self care? Okay, so let me introduce to you our next guest. So she is the president of McAllen Rotary Club, a chair of PACC, the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, RGB, from 2019 to 2024. Now she is a vice chair presently of PACC RGB. She is also a vice president of FAARGV, a head tennis court of McAllen Memorial High School from 2004 2024, a high school math teacher, a PSJ Collegiate of Health Professions 2024 to present. She is also a finalist of Remarkable Woman of Rio Grande Valley for 2019. And for 8 years, since she is a coach of their tennis team, she's been holding that for 8 years consistently, a winner on their region. And recently, she is also a TEA, that is Texas Educational Agency Star Distinction Awardee, which is also a regional and state qualifier coach. So our guest for today doesn't only an educator in the classroom, but most of the time we also have a lot of commitment in the community. And one recently that the PACC-RGB gave her is the Outstanding Chamber in Texas because of her leadership. Our guest today is Miss Rhodora Tunnel. She is a civil engineer and master in education management. So right now, let's welcome our guest, none other than Miss Rhodora Tunnel Elizondo.
Yay.
Hello. Good morning to you guys there in the US and magandang gabi for the people here in the Philippines. I'm here in the Philippines right now and I'm excited to do this.
Thank you, Miss Rodora. Thank Okay, so we're ready for our next guest. We have a good lineup of guests today. Our next guest is a seasoned award winning educator with over 11 years of K to 12 education across the Philippines, Thailand, and the United States. Formerly a reading and English language art teacher at Sussex Central Middle School in Virginia. Dr. Pasco was honored as the school's Teacher of the Year for 2023 and 2024 and ranked among top 10 quarter finalists in the America's Favorite Teacher competition in 2023. He is a proud native of Cagayan de Oro, Philippines. Dr. Chester Pasco holds a teaching licenses in the Philippines, Virginia, and New Mexico. He earned his PhD in education, major in English, from the University of Perpetual Health System, Delta, a master's in education, specializing in teaching communication arts, English from Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan, and graduated cum laude with a bachelor's degree in English and literature. Now venturing into online teaching overseas, Dr. Pascal continues his mission to inspire his inspires learners across borders. In addition to teaching, he has published his research, a sought after public speaking coach, and a creative mentor in pageantry industry. Having trained contestant for Miss Universe, Miss Earth, and Miss Grand International from the Philippines and Thailand. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Manila, Philippines, United States, let's all welcome Dr. Chester Pasco. Good morning, Dr.
Good
Pasco.
morning. Good morning. Good
Hello.
evening. It's so nice to be here, and I'm so excited to share my insights on how AI has changed the education setting here in the United States. And hopefully, the teachers who are watching us live from the Philippines can also pick up something, and apply it in their teaching back home. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Did you use AI in teaching your contestants in the pageantry? Answer that later.
Yeah,
You will
Okay.
most
answer that later.
Well,
Okay.
Ma'am Cora, since we are so excited about our panel, our teachers and educators, maybe we can start reading our first question. And by the way, this is going to be for all of you. And this question is going to be starting when you answer. I will ask Miss Rhodora, followed by Dr. Palencia, and then Dr. Chester to answer this question. So, ready na ba kayo? We're going to start with our first question. So, in today's technology, how is AI transforming the education? Let me say one more time. So, in today's technology, can you share to us how is AI transforming the education? Miss Rodora, would you like to say something first?
Hello? Yes, lately, I think it's been about 3 years for us in our school district that they've been introducing how to teach using AI. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very convenient for teachers. The time of writing down lesson plans, like looking into the TICs, the essential knowledge and skills. All you have to do when you do your lesson plan is to type in the TICs and everything pops up, right? And it's very good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying it. It makes my life easier. So I'm like, I jumped into it like wholeheartedly. It's good. You know why it's good for me is because the things that we write in our lesson plan, yes, we follow it, the steps, like old school. But it's really like for a seasoned teacher like us, I've been teaching here in the US for 33 years. We kind of know our subject, what we teach, and it's not really necessary to spend so much time writing all the steps and how we're gonna deliver it in front of the students. But of course, the school needs documentation and everything. We need to write everything, so we have to do it. But with AI now writing it for you, that part is done, and then it opens up more time for you to focus really in delivering the lesson. And that's what I like about it. Okay, so that's done in 5 to 10 minutes. That's done, and we used to spend like, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes more in writing down lesson plans. So now that's done in less than 10 minutes, and then we can focus on how we deliver the lessons. So yes, it's very convenient, and it opens up more time for us to explore the classroom.
Thank you, Miss
Mhm.
Rodora. Let's go to our next panel. Dr. Palencia, those are
Oh,
okay.
thank you for that question, Dr. Nils and Ma'am Cora. So, as a teacher in continuation and alternative high school here in Fullerton, California, I've sent first hand how AI is rapidly transforming our education. And I have to say, I'm really excited about it, but cautiously optimistic. So,
Mhm.
AI has become like an invisible co-teacher in my classroom. It doesn't
Mhm.
tell, sleep, doesn't need coffee, and can draft lesson plan or generate or scaffold in seconds, which I really like appreciate. So what truly excites me is how AI can help meet the students where they are. So especially our at promise learners. So we benefit from differentiated, responsive, and creative approaches to instruction. So whether it's through AI generated feedback, customized reading levels, or
Mhm.
engaging videos and music. So the potential to personalize learning has never been more real. So of course, I approach it with care and intention. So as powerful as AI, it's not like like a magic wand. Like it requires responsible use, ethical
Mhm.
practice, and clear commitment to human connection. So and also critical thinking and student voice. So in today's educational landscape, especially in my school or every schools, AI helps level the playing field. So it personalized learning, amplifies the student voice, and then support teachers in delivering content that
That's
is
right.
accessible, engaging, and equitable. So, like for me, I love it. I'm super loving it.
So
Thank
you're
you.
the second one to concur it. Okay.
I
Thank
could
you so
I
much.
could really see the excitement in the face of Dr. Palencia with regard that she is really having that enthusiasm and jest. Thank you, Dr. Palencia, and we will learn more about your program with AI as we move along our show today.
Yeah.
Thank
Can,
you, Ma'am Cora.
can we go?
Let's have Dr. Chester.
Yes.
What do you
I think I
think?
have nothing left to say. They already said it. And I think I could consider myself fourth runner up this time. Just kidding. Well,
You're so
kidding
cool.
aside, yeah, I certainly agree with Dr. Palencia and Mom Rhodora. But personally, in this fast evolving world that we are in, AI is doing more than just transforming. I think it's reshaping education. And we have been seeing a lot of tools that personalize learning, um, even for student assessment. The way we assess students at this point with AI is real time, like on the
Mhm.
dot. And of course, we've used AI to adapt instruction based on how students respond. Um, in the US, we are so big in differentiating instruction, and we've used AI to come up with differentiated lesson plans and even activities, that would fit the need of our students. So as an educator for 5 years here in the United States, I have witnessed how AI, no, we just started in 2023, but I have witnessed how AI is able to bridge the gaps, especially for students with special needs, those students with diverse learning needs. And to me, it's not about replacing the teacher. Now, AI cannot replace teachers, but it's about enhancing what we do and allowing us to free ourselves to focus more on how to mentor our students and even build that strong connection with them, because it's very, very important to build a very, very good rapport with our students, and of course to help develop or instill in critical thinking among our students. So that's just my take about how AI has changed the education environment these days.
I
So
like the words that has been mentioned. Transforming, reshaping, bridging the gap. We are going to talk more about this because we need to pause for our sponsors and a little commercial. And I know this discussion is going to be more exciting when we come back. Okay?
yes. So before that, let's thank you, Ma'am Cora. So let's thank our sponsor, of course, Capitayo, which is one of our really I would say very supportive sponsor, and they're located at Houston, Texas. And of course, they have also this a lot of commodities. They sell coffee and they sell chocolate. And then we have also our one of our sponsor is Salad Master. Okay, as you can see there on the screen, we have Dulce and we have Capitayo. So these are the two sponsors that we have. So thank you, Flor and Brian Cheatham, which is located in Edinburgh, Texas. Thank you. So let's go to our break.
Let's go
Please
break.
stay tuned. We will be back. Thank you.
Oh, what happened to our? But anyhow, maybe we could continue our second question. So we have heard a lot from our speakers on how AI or artificial intelligence is transforming, reshaping. I'm going to borrow your words, reshaping our educational system. Now let's go about our second question. How can you provide? So we've been talking about AI, right? How can you provide examples of artificial intelligence tools that you use in your instructions? I know I use a lot, but I wanted this one to be heard through our special guest today. So, who would like to start? What are those examples of artificial intelligence tools that you use in your instruction? Let's start with uh, Mom Rhodora.
Yes, hi. My two favorites, and there's a lot. There's a lot out there. Like almost every other, like in Instagram, teachers are introducing what AI they're using, but I'm still going back to the old favorites, which is the Magic School and Chat GPT, because in Magic School it's really designed for teachers, and there's several like link to how to do the lesson plan, what are the ticks for Texas. I think, I don't know if they also have the ticks for other states, but for us here in Texas, Magic School is really really good. And of course ChatGPT, I mean, it's more generalized and not really like more for education, but it does the job. And I don't really use AI like 90%. I use AI as a guide, and you still have to double check because I'm not an expert, but the way I understand how AI is used is they gather all the information in the web and pattern to your searches. So you can really put a search that is very specific, and they would try to gather all the information about that. But as a teacher, of course, you have to double check. You have to see if what you're looking for is the answer that they're giving you. But like I said, my two favorites that I always go back to is the Magic School and ChatGPT.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Rhodora. I just want to share to you that the TICS is only in Texas. That is our special or specific curriculum instructions. And for the East Coast, the West Coast, I think they're doing like the core competency. So we will hear more about that from other guests. But of course, every state has different kind of curriculum instruction. But it so happened Texas have really specifically targeted it to the needs of our students. Thank you. Can we
Maybe,
hear now? Yes,
maybe from Dr. Palencia. She's
yes,
coming from
we're
the West
here.
Coast, and she could explain what are those specific AI tools that you use in your instruction, Dr. Palencia.
Oh, thank you, Mom Cora, for the question. And I think I prepared a lot
Go
because
ahead.
I teach in a continuation, and my students, they are at promise students, so the AI really like helps me a lot. So I would like to share the screen, the first slides. So as an educator, I strategically integrated AI tools across multiple domains to enhance my instruction, promote engagement, and support my diverse students. So the first domain is the instructional support. As you can see in the screen, we have the Kan Mingo. Like, oh my gosh, if you haven't visited that yet, so that is it acts as a real-time AI tutor for students and a teaching assistant for me. So it provides targeted support and adaptive explanations, helping students build confidence and mastery at their own pace. So there's so many features that you can see in the screen. Please visit that if you haven't tried it yet. And then I also use the defeat. So it simplifies the content differentiation by converting text into various lexile levels. So it benefits especially my ESL students and students with IEP. So it allows everyone to access rigorous content at a level they can comprehend, and that's a beautiful beauty about the DFIT. Um, for vocab review, I always use the quizzes AI and then the Quizlet. And then another domain that I use AI is the writing and creativity. So just like Ma'am Rodora mentioned, the Chat GPT. So that is my go-to teaching companion. So I use it for lesson planning, writing rubrics, generating science song lyrics, creating interactive activities, and drafting communications to my students, parents, and of course, like we always have like a lot of like requests for student recommendation. So ChatGPT is my go-to on that. I also use the Canva for designing, and my students are also like knowledgeable in using it to so they can produce more polished like output. And lately, I discovered the Suno AI. I'm not a composer, but I can now create music. So I'm really
Wow.
like excited about it. And then even because of my excitement, I even created a website from that, which will coming. I will launch soon. And then also I have a Facebook page and YouTube where I put together all the songs that I created. For now is science songs
Oh,
or
wow.
biology. And of course, Grammarly is already like embedded in our computer. So whenever we write, so it provides a real time personalized feedback also. So the next one is the for media and video creation. So I think like teachers, like we need to at least have like one go to that we can create like a short video for our students. And then for me, it's the we video. So I use that since COVID time, like creating video that auto generates subtitles, because the subtitles it's like really like important for our ESL students. So producing that, this supports both content and mastery and media production for me and for my students. And of course, we have the assessment in integrity and we use AI. So I have like two, the formative AI. So that is what I use in assessment. So it quickly generate the NGSS standards, aligned assessment with immediate feedback from my students. So if teachers here haven't tried it yet, like that is like I highly recommended that. And then of course, to ensure academic integrity while teaching students, to use AI tools ethically. So I used to copy links and turn it in AI. And
Mhm.
lastly, like the last two AI that I use is a Google Translate, of course. I have different students coming from Bangladesh, um, um, Africa, so Asian countries. So of course, I only know two, Tagalog and English. So when I post my instruction, I can easily translate that using the Google Translate. And the last one is the Google Lens. So if you are a science teacher exploring the world and having field trip, oh my, the Google Lens. So I make my field trip more exciting because it has the ability for inquiry driven, helping a student identify plants, identify what type of trees is that, or the animals. It just brings so much curiosity, observation, and critical thinking with the student. So Google Lens, it's just there, and then making like everything like exciting and more informative. So Mom Cora and Mom Dr. Needs. So this all of this like
Yeah.
um um I will highly advise that teachers not to be overwhelmed with all the AI tools. Just pick your favorites and then
Actually,
maximize its use.
I'm already overwhelmed by what you have showed us. Um,
The same
it is,
thing.
it
I
is
mean,
really,
Oh my
really
God, I got
exciting.
so
Yeah,
confused.
it's
Yeah.
wonderful,
So
Dr. Valencia. Wonderful
so
that you have presented that. And I think that will be a great help with our teachers who are watching right now. Now,
Mhm.
to follow, follow what you have presented us, I want to just one quick sentence. Have you seen how it impact your students when it comes with success in growth with the information and the tools that you have provided? I wanted to
yes.
know, were you able to get the data on that?
Yes, we do, and then also it will reflect to our school because our school we are really like integrating like AI in our instruction. So we can see the increase in the graduation rate and passing rate in my class and then other classes also in our school. So
Excellent. Oh,
yeah.
like
wow.
it's like there's so much that the AI like brought to our class and to our like
Yeah.
student success. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Palencia. And of course, we don't have to forget our gentleman in our panel. Of course, Dr. Chester, I know exactly what you're going to say, but of course, we did not forget you. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah, indeed, there's a plethora of AI tools that we can use. But speaking of favorites, I have my top favorites, and I'm not gonna lie, Chat GPT has always been a go-to for me. In fact, I subscribe. It's like $20 per month. Yeah, it helps me save time in terms of creating my bell work or bell ringer activities and even my exit tickets. I love ChatGPT, and it also provides you with, answer keys. And the beauty about ChatGPT is that the more you use it, or if you use it regularly, it adapts to you, who you are. Like it creates a voice. It sounds like you when you ask to when you ask ChatGPT to, for example, to create a response about a certain question, it will generate a response that sounds like you. It sounds like Dr. Pasco.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's why I fell in love with ChatGPT. And of course, I use ChatGPT to help students brainstorm and refine their ideas. And since I'm an English teacher, I also teach. Not only do I teach literature and reading, but I also teach writing. Here in the state of Virginia, we have two types of assessments. So, and we have our own we call it the Virginia Standards of Learning, or the
Mhm.
VASOL. And we make sure that through these standards, we are able to prepare our students to be able to navigate, the complex world of work in the future. And so last 2024, last year, um, they have published the 2024 Virginia Standards of Learning. And so it already includes the use of AI. So they integrated the use of AI into classroom instruction or into the curriculum. But of course, we also have to teach students how to use AI, ethically and responsibly. Because to be honest, we faced a very, very serious problem in terms of cheating in the classroom. And that's why we were urged by our specialists, by the Virginia Department of Education, to teach responsible use of AI. So, talking about my favorite AI tools in the classroom, I use Grammarly for writing support, and the Quillbot, of course, to check
Mhm.
students' compositions and writing. I also use Magic School AI, and it's for free. So those teachers who are
Mhm.
watching live from the Philippines, you can do Magic School AI. It's for free. If you're an educator, you can get it for free. I also use Gemini, which is also free. So that
Mhm.
those AI tools help me create lesson plans. And not gonna lie, I was recognized as one of those teachers who write very good lesson plans. And in fact, I was asked by my assistant principal at one point, like, "Hey, Dr. Pasco, can we use your lesson plan as a sample for those teachers who are struggling with writing lesson plans?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And I was even tagged as, he's a admin favorite or admin pet. But no, I just want to help. For as long as I see myself fit, I would step in to help. That's all I want to do. So yeah, it's very, very helpful in lesson planning. Gemini, Magic School AI, Chat GPT. And of course, these tools aren't just, used just because we're cool. No, we use them because they're empowering. I know you would agree with me. These AI tools have empowered us teachers, and
Mhm.
they help students reflect, revise. So when I teach writing, I allow my students to pull up their Grammarly or the Quillbot, and I always tell them to use them, but you have to take ownership of your own learning. Okay. And then the immediate feedback that they receive right after using these tools, I think it helps them build confidence. And of course it encourages um, independent learning, and which is exactly what we want for our students in the 21st century, right? So we want them
Correct.
to be critical, to be accountable, and that's our main goal. So I don't see any problem with AI at all.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you
Ma'am
so
Cora,
much,
yes, Ma'am
Dr.
Cora,
Pasco.
can I share something? Because
Yeah.
all of our panel have different information that they share, and again, it's overwhelming. But one thing that I can see here that all of them are talking is, number one is personalized learning. you know it can fit into them as if what they want to say. So it becomes personalized. That's what Dr. Chester said. That principal was able to ask if they can, because that's what he was able to do, fit it to the needs of his students. And then number two is enhance learning tools, just like what Dr. Ann was saying. I mean, tons and tons of I would say assistance technology that will provide teacher what, more easier way to produce their lesson plan, their grading, their rubrics, just like what Miss Rhodora says. Yes, I will not lie. Of course, these are true. And another thing that I can see, which is I'm a SPED teacher. As a SPED teacher, this will give us more accessible and inclusive to education, especially for children's special needs. Our special program like ESL, these are the things is very important. And one thing that I can say, this has become a global learning opportunities. It's not only here in the teachers here in Texas or United States, even in the Philippines, but around the world. And this makes it easier as an educator. That's why I said this is something that's very interesting that we're discussing. And thank you for everything that you said. These are helping us, our viewers, to get all those information. And I'm sure, but the next day they're going to use that in their classroom. What do you think, Ma'am Cora?
Uh, Everything has been said is on the teacher's perspective, right? These are the positive. When we come back after our research, I'm going to show you a research done from Pew Research Center, which is, I think, opposite from what we're saying right now. So let's have a break first,
Great.
and then we'll come back with that. I'll answer that question.
Okay, so enjoy again Kapi Tayo by MJ Osmeña. And of course, one of our sponsors, Dulce by Flor and Brian Chito. Okay, let's have a break, Krisha.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit DizonLawFirm.com.
Hello, we're back. We're back. Thank you, guys. Thank you for our sponsors. Do we have, before we go to the
Our third
research
question.
thing,
Research. Yeah.
we have Joanne Kawili. We're watching. Thank you, Joanne. Joanne is our sponsor right here in New Jersey. Thank you. Katie, heart. Jim Pass, Rosal. Okay. Katie Cat. Hello, Dr. Chester. Do we have another one? Oh, we have Ernesto Palumarco. Very relevant and timely discussion. Thank you. You want to read that, Dr. Neil?
No, go ahead because I'm still trying to.
Okay, Kathy. Yeah, indeed. You are right, Dr. Pastor. It's reshaping our education system. Jim Pasrasal, great talk. Very informative. That's the goal. There you go. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, when we had our part one, We talk about what is AI and how is it transforming education system. And now we're talking about reshaping. These are all in the perspective of teachers, right?
Mhm.
Now, how does it look like in the classroom and how it is done with the students? I did some research and I stumbled in this information from the Pew Research Center. Did you know the research was done in 2023? Did you know that a quarter of United States teachers says artificial intelligence tools do more harm than good in K to 12? That is in 2023. Many teachers are uncertain about the use of artificial intelligence tools in K 1 to 12. In fact, here is the stat: 32% about an equal mix of benefit and harm, 25% more than harm than benefit, 35% not sure, and 6% more benefit than harm. This is with the children, okay? Now, what we're talking about is on our part. Like Mom Rhodora said,
Yeah.
ooh, in a snap of a finger, I could get my lesson plan done. I could go shopping and do other stuff and internalize my lesson more rather than creating all of this. Now, here it is to the teens, according to the same Pew Research, okay? 69% says it's acceptable for them to use in research topic. 39% says it's acceptable to use it to solve math problems. How about that?
Mhm.
Easy peasy with homework. 20% says it's acceptable to use it to write essay. And you have said all of that, okay? But the last one that I said is on the perspective of the students. In perspective, the way we look and twine this perspective from the teachers, the work it is done, I don't know. This is now, we are going to segue for our third question. Dr. Neil. You're muted, Dr. Neil.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, Mom Cora. And I think that's the best way for us to really, try to think about what are the pros and cons when using our AI.
Mhm.
So I know Miss Rodora is a math teacher. That's why I can see her face gleaming, her reaction. But of course, let's ask Dr. Palencia. So, what are some ethical concerns with the use of AI in education? So, what do you think about it? Can you give us your feedback or comments on this, please?
Thank you so much, Dr. Neitz, for that question. So, for me, like one of the primary concerns with AI in education is more on data privacy, especially that I'm working with students from vulnerable backgrounds. So, in my classroom, I'm very selective of the tools I use because protecting students' information is non-negotiable. So I genuinely like appreciate platforms. So like I before I use it, I research about it first. So I look for the platforms that prioritize ethical AI design so that they follow strict data privacy laws, like such as the GDPR, or what we call the General Data Protection Regulation, and that is placed in the European Union. And then here in California, we have what we call the CCPA, so the California Consumer Privacy Act. And both of these set important standards for how personal data is collected, used, and protected. And why this matter in education? So when edtech platforms comply GDPR and CCPA, so it means that it protects student data. They
Mhm.
do not use personal data without permission. it allows users to control how their data is used, and both met the international and US standards for privacy and transparency, and those are like very very important in the school. So this is really critical, where student privacy must always be a top priority. So as an educator, we also have that responsibility to model ethical use of AI.
Mhm.
So that includes teaching students not just how to use this tool effectively, so but also when and why to use them.
Mhm.
So
And
in my class, like I teach biology, and before, like I teach ELD 3 and academy. So we talk about integrity, bias, and
Mhm.
transparency, and the importance of original thought,
yeah,
especially in science. And just because AI can generate an answer, it doesn't mean that it should do the thinking for
Uh-huh.
you. So ultimately, like I see AI as a powerful tool, not a replacement for human teachers. So it means to enhance instruction, not replace the relationships, intuition, and creativity that define excellent teaching. So with thoughtful implementation, we can harness the benefits of AI while we are remaining true to our core educational values. And that is my ethical concern regarding the use of AI in education. So thank you.
Well
yes,
said, Dr. Palencia. I like that. The ethical concern. No, we teachers should always be cognizant of what activities we're going to give to our students, and you make sure that you protect the data. You know how it is today. In one click, they will get every information they want. But
Mhm.
I really like the way you founded that piece of information.
and
Thank you.
Ma'am Cora, just to piggyback on what Dr. Palencia and yourself has shared, I think early in life we need to share to our students, originality, intellectual property. And not
Mhm.
only that, plagiarism is something else that they need to learn early in life, because
Mhm.
they might be copying something without really even know what's the ethical rules on that. So I guess that is important, that even though they're elementary, middle school, high school, this is very good, in preparation for them when they do their research, going to their undergraduate, going also to their graduate degree program. So again, academic integrity is very important. As
Mhm.
an educator itself, that's one thing we have to maintain. That's why also here in our program, Ma'am Cora and I also maintain that kind of integrity, make sure that whatever information we gather is something that's truthful, and we get also what do you call this, permission, disclaimer, things like that. And for us educator before, we kind of ignore it, not really thinking what will be the pros and the cons. But of course, right now that we know what will be the consequences, I think it's time also to share that to our student, the importance of the ethical standard, not only in AI, but for everything that we're doing in the classroom. Thank you,
Right.
Laura.
Excellent. So, with all those informations that we have given our viewers today, I hope you all use all of these resources that and information that you've heard from us. It's not easy to come up with all of this. These are all research-based information that we have given to you. So, probably we need to move on to our next question, Dr. Neil.
Do you want to say the next question, Ma'am Cora?
Sure. Okay. So, I think Dr.
Chester.
Chester have mentioned about replacing teachers with artificial intelligence, and I think this is also one of the fears that our teachers are having
Mm.
on the backside of their brain. But however, if you have watched our part one, it was explained and it was elaborated by our guest before that this artificial intelligence is always guided by humans. So let me ask Dr. Pasco about this. Will AI, artificial intelligence, ever surpass human intelligence? Do you think AI will replace teachers?
Well, AI may outpace us in processing speed because, how convenient it is right now, and just in less than 3 or 5 minutes you can have your lesson plans ready. Well, that's for sure. And also, how it retains memory. But when it comes to wisdom, when it comes to compassion and the human touch, that's where we teachers remain irreplaceable. So I'd say no, it cannot. And I strongly believe that teaching is deeply relational. You can't program empathy like that. You
That's right.
cannot, program cultural understanding, which is very, very important to me as an educator coming from a different background. Or it's kinda, yeah, it doesn't have that instinct to pull that student to the side and say, hey, I see you struggling, come here and let's do one-on-one. AI cannot do that. Only teachers can do that. So I believe that AI will never replace us. However, it will support us as long as we stay at the center of the learning process, and we remain true to what we do as educators, as teachers. We
Can I can I make a piggyback on what you said?
sure.
I truly believe 100% that empathy there is something that AI doesn't have. So
Mhm.
I believe AI will support teachers, but not replace
Yes.
us. Okay. And because of that, they become our powerful teaching assistant.
Mm.
But the teacher, just like what you say, Dr. Chester, will always the heart and the soul of the classroom. Again, AI will be our powerful teaching assistant, but will
Mhm.
not always be the same because as educators and teachers, we are the heart and the soul of our classroom. Thank you.
Exactly. I want also to piggyback what Dr. Pasco said when he said artificial intelligence cannot teach cultural understanding. You see that? The compassion of every teacher cannot be transformed into artificial. It should always be real.
Mhm.
So we're talking about teacher
That's
talk.
yes.
This is real. There's nothing artificial in that. So it's a no, no, no for artificial intelligence to replace us educators, right, Dr. Palencia, Mom
Yes.
Rhodora? So hooray to all teachers in the
100%.
world.
Yeah.
We still
So,
exist.
yeah. So anyway, this discussion or our, it's getting to be so excited, and I know everybody's passionate about this. But of course, let's go to our next question. I know we're getting late, but let's go to our next question. So this question I will ask Miss Fedora to answer this. But again, thank you, Dr. Chester, for that very insightful answer to that question. So,
Mhm.
Miss Fedora, what are the programs do you think that the school system has to offer for educators on AI literacy? So what are the programs your school or other school, what do you think system has to offer for educators on AI literacy? Thank you.
I cannot speak for other school districts, of course, but for the school district where I teach, the Far San Juan Alamo ISD, we always are given trainings in how to use AI in the classroom, especially Canva, all those things in how to create lessons. But what is very, very important in those trainings is they make sure that the teachers know to double check what we are getting from AI and what we are giving the kids. Because as a teacher, you should be the expert on your lesson. You should be the expert on the material that you teach. And not everything that we pull out of AI are accurate. I've seen so many that are not accurate, and it's dangerous when you're giving out false information to the students. So yes, use AI as a tool, as an assistant, but never replace you as a teacher, because you have to make sure that the material you need to teach is correct. So yes, they focus more on teachers using AI in a responsible way.
That's right.
And I want to add more to what Dr. Chester answered earlier. what we bring in the classroom is our personality, our
Mhm.
care for our students, the love that we share. And some students come to the classroom, they don't care what AI is gonna tell them. They care about you as a teacher and how you love them, how you care for them. And that's what they came for. And learning happens afterwards when you create a culture of care and sincerity in the classroom. And that's what they're coming for. So yeah. Be, at the bottom line, use AI responsibly, but always be what you are as a teacher in front of your kids, because that creates learning relationship.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's right. Oh
Very
my
good.
God. We're
Yeah.
running out of time and we still have questions to say. We
Oh
have a
my.
lot of our viewers watching today. Can we just flash it, Krisha, so we could acknowledge them?
Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine Miranda. Big heart to my dear friend, Dr. Chester. Dr. Mary Ann Marasigan Palencia. Great topic for discussion today. Best regards for Mom Cora and Mom
Thank
Nils.
you for watching. And I think we have a lot of people watching us. And thank you for people in our RGV, PACC. They're all watching. It says here. So thank you for Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. I think all the state chambers are watching, especially in DFW, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and the RGV, which is the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you so much for supporting our teacher talk. And we have also our friends and family, I know in the Philippines and here in the United States,
Mhm.
watching us, especially our educators friend. Dr. Cora, our mom Cora. See, I'm always calling
Okay,
her
again.
doctor because it's going to happen. But anyway, can we go to our open-ended?
Yes, let's do our last open-ended question. But before that, hi Gian, thank you for watching. Go ahead, Dr. Neil. Give
Okay.
us our open-ended question for them.
Yes, so finish the sentence. So if you could ask Megan, the AI assistants, to help you with one major challenge in your teaching life, what would that be? So if you're face to face with Megan right now, what are you gonna ask him? One major challenge in your teaching. So what
Quick,
what would
quick,
that be?
just quick. One
Quick,
sentence.
one
Go.
sentence, please. Chester,
Let's
Dr.
start with
Chester.
Dr. Pasco.
Hey, Megan, help me write personalized feedbacks for my students' writing every time because that's where the magic happens. And if you can lighten the load there, then I can spend more time having real conversations with my students to support them in their growth.
I like
Thank
that. I
you.
like that.
Thank you,
Dr.
Dr.
Valencia.
Palacio. Thank you, Dr. Chester. Dr. Valencia.
Oh, for me, although I have a long wish list for Megan,
Yes, why?
I'll make it one.
Yes, why?
Megan could gently flag me when a student is tuning out, when they are ready for a challenge, or when they just need a little encouragement. That would help me be more proactive in supporting each learner.
Mhm.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, Dr. Palencia. Miss Rodora.
I think, Megan, please help me teach my student to develop critical thinking and not just accept what AI is telling them. And the cheating, not to
Yes,
rely on AI too much to answer questions because it's used a lot in cheating.
I know. Even at home, Alexa, can you please add this? But anyway, no, I just thought about one of my cousin or friend. So
There you
anyway,
go.
before we, Ma'am Cora, do you want to say something? So before we close, let's ask our guests some compliments or last message that you want to share.
Do
Before we
you have,
close,
yeah, do
let
you have any announcement? I hope Dr. Palencia has a question. You have a workshop seminar coming in?
would you like to
Yeah,
share?
yes. Mom
Really quick.
Krisha, can you share the slide for me, please? I come prepared. So so the first one is like I'm the founding president of the United Federation of Film Educators Los Angeles Orange County chapter, so where we empower Filipino American educators and supporting community outreach initiatives. So this coming August 30, so we're going to have a book drive and donation campaign, so we posted that in our Facebook page, and we are also going to launch our website, like official website for Unified LAOC. So please visit visit and then join us, and I hope you can lend a hand also. And another one is I'm also Ma'am Cora, the public relation officer in Philippine Normal University Global Alumni Association, and we were going to have um, our first PNUGAA General Assembly, and that will be tomorrow. So the tomorrow 5 p.m. EST time. So I hope that all of our global alumni, graduates, please don't forget to sign up so you will be like an official member of our organization, and we keep in touch. So we hope to see you tomorrow. And then lastly, because again, AI is just so wonderful, everything that you cannot do before, so now you are empowered and you become creative, and then you can finish work fast. So I created the website for EdVibe, and that is learning with rhythm, heart, and purpose. So I have a YouTube channel where I posted all my music. For now, I concentrate on the lessons on ecology, so I created like songs for students where they can sing along. As you know, Ma'am Cora and Dr. Nildz, we love karaoke. And we learn language, like new words by singing. And I have so much like ELD like students, and then I believe that through this we can help our ELD students to learn English faster. So please visit my EdVibe official YouTube, and then coming soon my EdVibe website also that I'm working on right now. So that will be it, and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
Dr.
Thank you so
Palencia, is the EdVibe powered by AI too?
Yes,
There you go.
ChatGPT, Suno AI, and We Video. Those are the three tools that I use, so I can produce like a
yeah,
music video for
Yeah.
my students.
Dr. Palencia and I are members of the Philippine Alumni Global Association and also the Unified Filipino Educators. Ours is safe here. She's in LA. I am in Houston. So we go a long way with community organizations.
awesome.
Dr. Pasco, do you have any pageant
Fantastic.
coming in?
Yeah, I'm coaching
'Cause
one.
I will volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm doing the public speaking training for one of Miss Cagayan de Oro
Okay.
candidates. She's candidate number 11, Francina Bueva. She's a student from Corpus Christi School, the same
Okay.
school where Pia Wurtzbach um, graduated from.
Oh,
And yes, so we're doing our public speaking training. That's going to be on August 23rd, I think, the coronation. But and also I'm single right now. When I
do we need do we need to ask AI for that?
Yeah.
Dr. Pasco?
just
Hey,
kidding,
I
I'm
love
actually
you.
I'm currently looking for a school district that would, that
Oh,
would be willing to hire
school
me.
district.
yeah,
But a
okay.
school district that honors its commitment not only to its students but also to their teachers, because with all that's happening right now, we want a school district that that values their educators,
Amen.
especially
Definitely.
international teachers. And I'm a strong
Yeah.
advocate for international teachers. Yes.
I think
And
they heard you. I think they heard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So this is like an advertisement for you, and
oh
that's good. It's a good thing.
yeah, sure. But yeah, to close, at the end of the day, AI is just a tool. Powerful, yes, it is powerful, but it's only as powerful as the hands that guide it. So let's not be afraid of the future. Let's try to um, use it with empathy, with innovation, and of course, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak today.
Hey,
Sending
Dr. Pas, yeah,
from the
Dr.
state of Lovers, Virginia.
Yeah, Dr. Pasco, just a follow up. Maybe you can also try to, check about having an educator fashion show, or, something to that effect. No, just a thought. Okay. For the community. Thank you so much. And of course, the
You.
last but not least, Miss Rhodora from the Philippines.
Hi, before we say goodbye, is all I want to say to the educators that are watching right now is never let AI replace you. because like Ma'am Neil said earlier, you're bringing the heart and soul into the classroom. Your personality, the way you work with your students, the way you care for your students, those are 90% of how learning happens.
True.
And if it's not present in the classroom, no amount of information from the web is going to help you be an effective teacher. You are the effective teacher. Mhm.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Before we end, thank you so much, our distinguished guest, Dr. Palencia, Mom Rodora, Dr. Pasco. You just don't know how honored we are for having you here and how honored our guest, our viewers who have reached out and heard all your expertise. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't say anything anymore, but we are grateful for your presence today.
Yes, and I know that everyone have their commitment and dedication, and I think as a teacher, this is one thing we do, without expectation in return, but of course, something that we are always grateful. So before we end up, I just wanna, say this word coming from the Bible that says, "Every good and perfect gifts comes from God." That's James 1:17. So I thank God for
Yeah,
this perfect gift of you, ladies and gentlemen, for the knowledge, for the talent, for the skills that God has given to us. And now we're sharing it. We're not keeping it to ourselves, but we're sharing it not only to educators in our district or school, but also right now you are heard not only in the United States, in the Philippines, but all over the world. That's why they will see now how AI will transform their life. But at bottom line again, it's us, the heart and soul of our classroom. So
right.
thank you so much for our family and friends that are listening right now. Thank you for special mention to my mommy D, the Nugrao in Brownsville, and the what do you call this? The golden ladies that always support us, Mom
Yeah,
Cora. They always there, even though wherever they are, they always here to support and what do you call this? Watch Lawin Network. So
yeah.
once again, please like and follow Lawin Media Network. Thank you, Mom Cora. Take it
You can
away.
all watch the replay of this over and over again. You could document this, go to Lawin Media Network and Facebook page. We also would like to thank Krisha. Krisha, our virtual assistant, thank you for being there, even if, there's so many challenges back home in the Philippines. We also would like to thank our boss, Eileen Liget Dizon. Thank you for watching us. She said, thank you for the episode. Very informative. Jackie, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. She said, AI would never replace values formation. That's right. Nice forum, Ms. Flores and colleague Shay. A big thank to all the experts who shared their thoughts on the ethical use of AI. We really appreciate the time and insights you gave us. Thank you. We've
And for
learned a lot
Jackie,
from your experiences and perspective, and it definitely helped us
yes.
see the bigger picture when it comes to using AI responsibly. Shout out to my brother, Dr. Chester. Super
And we
duper.
have another one from Jackie Fernandez Santos. I think this is my relative. I don't know, but she said AI would never replace values formation, just like what you said from Miss Flores and colleague. And Kate Kai, thank you so much. And all our viewers, thank you so much once again. Mom Cora,
Thank
I
you,
know you're
thank you.
live.
Next week we're going to have not next week. We are
No,
going to have a new portion in our
topic.
episode in our teacher talk live Chikahan with Mom Cora and Dr. Neil. We're gonna feature. Watch this. We're going to feature Filipino Filipino leaders in our community, councilwoman. If we
May.
could get the mayor, we will. So we are not only excellent teachers,
Mhm.
we're also excellent public
Leader.
servant. You
So
see?
watch out for our topic, Lingkod Bayan, Pinoyan. So
Yeah.
that's going to be for August the 9th. And we're going to be live at the consular office in Houston, Texas.
There
So
you
Mom
go.
Cora and I will be there. So if you can come to Houston, Texas, come on over and join us because after that Teacher Talk, we will have our boot camp with PACC Texas. So I'm also now plugging in
Yes, that's
our
right.
boot camp, August the 9th at the consular office in Houston, Texas. That's going to be from 11 to 3 o'clock. That's a free event. So if you can come, you're all invited. People from Virginia, Dr. Palacio, if you can come, you're invited to come and see us so we can all have a gathering. Okay? Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Pilipinas. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat at mag-ingat kayo dyan. Alam namin mabaha at maulan pa. We are with you in praying that you all be safe. Okay?
And yes, Ma'am Cora, before we end up, I just want to shout out and say happy birthday to my brothers, my brother JJ Santos in the Philippines and Gina Tupo. Thank you. Happy birthday to all of you and we love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, shout out kay Manang Rosa, kay Sabel, kay June, kay Joanne, at sa kanyang family. Thank you for sponsoring us here in New Jersey. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.